Hello there, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Mandem Talks Football. This is your weekend preview show. As you can see, I'm jibbly, jabbly, jibbly, jabbly. Liverpool were able to get a very good, convincing win. And what did I say? Please tell me. What did I say? If you have two eyes, you'll be able to see and notice the problem. And I'm glad that for a while, at least the manager was able to notice what was wrong and he was able to rectify it by playing the players that were ready to play. Like I mentioned, Ekitike needs to start at all times. So now Liverpool got back to winning ways after losing 4 games in a row. But this is not just about Liverpool. This is the weekend preview. So I'm going to go straight into it. Um, I'm going to go straight into it by starting with La Liga this time around because we have the biggest game of the weekend, which is the Gran Classico. A Classico is not usually, it's not like before, but last season we were treated to amazing football, especially from Barcelona. There was lots of comebacks. I think Barcelona won 4 games or 5 games against Madrid. They won all the games against Madrid last season. So it's going to be an interesting one. The only downside to this is not like downside. The only thing to this one this season is that um, Barcelona are going to be having so many players out. Rafinha had a setback yesterday from his injury. I think he had 2 training sessions, then he got injured again. So Rafinha will be out. So we're not going to be seeing so many players, but Ferran Torres is back. Ferran is back. Lewa is out. Juan Garcia is out. Stegen is out. So now Barcelona have to depend a lot. Dani Homo is also out. So they're going to be depending a lot on kids today, which the Benabo, I don't know if it's going to work out, but we're going to see. Barcelona are still able to provide the same midfield, the same defense. The only thing that's missing is Martinez, who left to will play in the Saudi Pro League. So we are going to be having an interesting game this Sunday. It's going to be a super Sunday for sure. If possible, we would have a live coverage as we'll do a watch along so that you can see our live reactions. I think it's going to be an amazing game. I think Xabi Alonso is a pragmatic coach when it comes to games like this. I think he's going to not going to be so open as Carlo Ancelotti. Ancelotti is a big manager. He won lots of trophies, but last season he was dealt with by Barcelona. So from the Madrid point of view, Madrid have been in good form. They've not actually won a big team this season convincingly. They've been playing lots of small teams. Well, you can only beat what's in front of you. So, and they've been doing that. Mbappe is on fire. Vinicius has been playing quite well. The man has been using the squad. Xabi Alonso, he has been using the squad fairly. Like he has been using rotating, he has been using every player accordingly. I think Danny Cavaha and Trent Alexander-Arnold, they are going to be back for this game. So I think Madrid have I think the only person player that's going to be missing is Rudiger and David Alaba. So not like necessarily that Alaba is going to be missing or missed or anything, but those are the players that are out. I just have to give you the facts. So what do I think about this game? Do I think it's going to be as entertaining as last season? Nope. Reason for that is because there are so many players that are out missing that would surely show the class of in terms of their personality, in terms of their ability on the ball. But and also the managers are different. I mean, manager is different at least in terms of Madrid. Carlo Ancelotti is a new manager, so we'll see how the game is going to pan out. If I want to predict at the moment, I'm going to go for a draw because I don't think Barcelona will want to lose this game. So I think it's going to be a draw, or I think I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. Interesting game, 2-2 draw. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section. So now I'm going straight to the Premier League. We have quite a few interesting games this weekend. Arsenal are going to be is going to be hosting Crystal Palace. So Arsenal needs want to keep their momentum going. Their game is on Sunday, so they want to make sure they keep that space between them and Liverpool. So Arsenal playing Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace lost on Thursday, and we don't know how Crystal Palace is going to handle being in Europe and also playing on Thursday and playing at the weekend, playing on Sunday. We don't know how they will handle it. After Arsenal have had at least 2 days more rest than them. The only good thing is that Crystal Palace didn't have to travel, but they lost against Lanaka. So it's going to be a very tricky one for Crystal Palace and for Arsenal. But I think Arsenal should come out with a win. The reason for that is because I think Arsenal at the moment they are in form. So form plays a lot when you are in form. Like it shows that okay, this team is in form. No matter how bad they play, sometimes they just be able to turn it and in 5 minutes or 10 minutes they'll be able to get a goal. And Arsenal, we all know how efficient they are from set pieces. So it's a very good thing to have in your arsenal. No pun intended. So I think Arsenal is going to come out with a win, 2-1. Then the game against I think Liverpool is going to be playing. We are at the GTEC Community Stadium this evening. On Saturday. So is It's going to be a tough one. It's a late night game. It's going to be a tough one. It's like lie under the lights at the G Tech. It would be the crowd will be up for it. The players also would be up for it. I think it's going to be a very tight game. I don't think there's going to be lots of goals in this game. If I'm honest with myself, I think is this kind of game. Liverpool will get the results in this game. They're going to win 1-0. I predict Liverpool keeping a clean sheet. Surprisingly, keeping a clean sheet away from home. So that's my prediction. I think Brentford have been solid. They've been solid. They have lots of threats, especially from their long throw-ins, their set pieces. And Liverpool are struggling with that at the moment. But the performance against Frankfurt, I think it should have given the team a bit of confidence going into this game. So, because we need to the team needs to close the gap against Arsenal. So now we have other games. That's the other one that is coming around to my mind now is Chelsea versus Sunderland, which is the early kickoff. I think it's not even that early, it's by 3 p.m., which is surprising. I just checked the time and I saw that it's by 3 p.m. So Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, they'll be hosting Sunderland. Sunderland have shown this season that they are a very good team, solid, difficult to break down. But away from home, they don't score enough goals. So I think Chelsea will just nick this one just because of it's at the bridge. So I think Chelsea will nick this one. Chelsea is not missing Kopama at the moment because of their fixtures have been nice and they've been able to fare better without him being in the team and realize that they all need to step up. And they have. So they've been able to get results even when the things have been tough. So yeah, they got a very good win against Ajax in the Champions League in the week over the weekend. So now we'll see how they too, because Chelsea is also a young team. They have not been last season. They were in the Conference League whereby they had to play their team C and they could still turn out a win and come to the Premier League and still play. Now they have to play big players every week, 2 games a week, 2 games a week. So let's see how they too will handle it, especially without their big player. But they have other players that can come in, players like Budanote. João Pedro have actually been a bit slow. And also, this Chelsea red card thing, if it cannot keep on going on, discipline issue is already becoming a thing with Chelsea. I think in like 6 games straight, there have been a red card in Chelsea game. I think against Ajax, they completed the game with 11 men on the pitch and the manager not getting sent off. I think it was at the stand that game also. All right, so this is my weekend preview. So okay, yes, City. I almost forgot City. Haaland is doing his thing. I think he set a record in the Champions League. That's the game against Villarreal at the La Ceramica Stadium. So they've been doing their thing. They won 2-0 convincingly. But this game is a game that Aston Villa needs to win. They need to come out and win because now they have to keep momentum. They have to win 2 games because they didn't start the season in the best of form. But City have been in red hot form, especially Haaland. So I don't know what it's going to be because it's at the Villa Park. It's not as if it's at the Etihad. So we don't know what it's going to pan out like. I think it's going to be a very tough one for City because it's Villa. So if once the fans are on it in that stadium, it's very difficult. One of the most difficult stadiums to play in. That I can save. I think last season Man City lost there 1-0. Even Arsenal lost there 1-0. Liverpool managed to get a draw 2-2. So it's a very difficult stadium to actually get a result in. So let's see how Man City are going to fare. For my prediction, I think City is just going to come out and win because at the moment I don't think Villa are strong as they should be at the moment. So players are not yet performing at their best. Players like Oli Watkins is not yet firing. He's not been scoring a lot. I think it was even he got a knock. That's why he couldn't start the game against Spurs. But he actually had a nice, decent win last weekend, which was the game against Tottenham. So let's see what's going to happen this one. So now let me know in your comment section what you think about this game. If you think, I think Manchester United is going to be playing Brighton. They're hosting Brighton at Old Trafford this Saturday. So let us know what you think, and we're ready. Tell me your prediction for the Classico because that's the biggest game of the weekend. And peace, and have an enjoy your weekend and enjoy the football. Thank you.